Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing awesome. We are, hanging in there with COVID-19 and working from home and everything else that's going on. But we're great.
So I just wanted to ask you what your experience has been like with Flowz Pros so far.
Dana, you want to take off first?
Yeah, sure. I have absolutely loved working with Flowz. I think that Flowz is a platform that has a multitude of solutions that they can offer any entrepreneur, and I think that it's really been a great experience because it's made it accessible for everyone to get an idea off the ground. And then, moreover, I think that the platform is so professional with the resources that you've hired. So it takes that guesswork out of finding who's the right person who can design, who's the right person who can code, who's the right person for business writing. All that work is done on the front end. So you don't have to spend time or frankly wasting time trying to figure out, who can actually deliver on your project.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah. And for someone like me, so I am a television producer, and my focal point in my profession is strictly creativity. I have no idea about the tech world. When we found this platform, Flowz, it was something that I, per se, really needed because everything is here for the person like me who is strictly creative. There are web designers, there are technical people to design the back end of an app, the front end of an app, creating wireframes, things that I just learned about literally a couple of weeks ago. And they're very helpful. And, I've learned a lot along the way with this platform, and I'm just so grateful to be able to use and utilize people who have a lot more knowledge in areas that I don't. So, this is something that you can use whether you have that experience with tech, whether you have the experience with creating designs or not. This is something, this platform is something that everyone across the board can use. And I've been extremely grateful that this has been created, especially for the person like me. So yeah, I'm grateful. Flowz is awesome.
How do you think it empowers women, mompreneurs, entrepreneurs all over? Have you felt like it was Flowz has empowered you in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, so for me per se, I have a 7-month-old, and I've been using Flowz for, maybe since she was like 2 or 3 months old. And the flexibility one is such a big thing because I can schedule meetings with my designer. I can schedule meetings with the technical teams that we have around my availability, which in turn is my baby's availability because she's a newborn. So I go off her schedule. So I've been able to do that, which has been a really big help. You don't have to leave the house. You don't want to see what I have on below. I got on pajama pants, but I have on a nice sweater. So that's been a really, really big thing for me, being able to work from home with my newborn, so that I can still be a mom, when I close the computer. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have talked to, I'll give you an example, Chinten on the technical side. We always have a conversation about our kids. He has a girl too. And every time he hears my baby, he's like, oh my God, what's she doing? What is she doing today? What's her milestone this week? And it's just, it's so personal and it's so cute. And, you build relationships with brilliant people across the seas and you get to know one another and we, trade tips. And it's been really, really cool. And I think that for me too, especially at this time, working with my daughter and showing her that mommy has, this great idea and I'm doing this for us and, it's happening in real time. It's just special, and having the calls and you could record them and, kind of documenting this time is just, it's been amazing. So I feel empowered. I feel, assured that this is going to happen. I've seen great timelines. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to be a woman in the tech space, considering, again, I'm in production and this is not something I saw for myself years ago. And I know that Flowz has helped me reach my potential with the tech world. So I feel very, very empowered and yeah, that's my spiel.
I would definitely second exactly everything that Kai is saying. Being a mompreneur is super cool. It's inspiring for yourself, and it gives you the steam to keep going when you see your projects going along the way, and knowing that this is a part of your legacy, that this is something that you're going to be able to say, hey, I did this with you sitting on my lap, or in my case with my child, she's under the desk right now. And it's great. And I think one thing as moms that we have to do all the time is we have to juggle. We have to juggle and we have to organize. And with the Flowz platform, it's one less thing we have to juggle. Everything is one-stop shop, exactly where you need it. The support is there really 24/7. And again, and we've also been able to develop relationships with the pros that we work with where they completely understand, if we have to pause really quickly and come back to a call, and we're able to reschedule, and just take our time. They're very, very patient. With the fact that we are, full-time entrepreneurs as well as mothers, I think we've really been respected. I think that's something that, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I probably would not have even told anyone I was a mom, because it comes with a connotation that you're really not into this. This is just something you do to make money. You can't be passionate about this because your focus is your child. On the Flowz platform, it's embraced, it's celebrated, and it's actually a good thing, and we're looked at as really assets to making the platform work.
Yeah, and I want to just add to that too, considering the project that we're working on, and I think a lot of women can attest to this. Sometimes, like Dana said, there are bosses, there are companies that don't want to work with women or hire women who are new mothers and, have this big responsibility. But there's a place for us, and it's a time for us. We are knowledgeable. There's so much more that I learned about myself. There's so much more that I learned about business, since having my daughter. So, this platform has allowed me to figure out things within the app that we're trying to create that a mom would use. A mom could utilize. And I think that the pros and the teams, they understand that. And like Dana said, they totally respect it. And it's something that I respect because it's made my life a lot easier. Knowing that I have people that I trust that are working on this project day in and day out, knowing that I have a responsibility here, but I'm still super focused with you guys too. So it's been a blessing to have that understanding, So yeah, Flowz has been great with understanding the mom side of things.
Thank you. And in terms of recommending Flowz, would you recommend Flowz to other entrepreneurs, moms, and just entrepreneurs in general, and why?
I would first of all like to say I've recommended Flowz a million times. And the reason being is because, Dana and I are creating an app on Flowz, which before we even found out about the platform, we were trying to configure our minds to get this app off the ground. How are we going to do this? How are we going to pay for this? How are we going to, resource the people and, who's going to build it? It's such a big thing. Like, the app is one thing in itself to create an idea, but to get it fleshed out is a whole entire world that, again, like myself, if you're not in the tech world, you don't even know where to start. Luckily for me, my partner was able to help me a little bit understand the technical side of things. And after she got done telling me about all the things that needed to happen in order to get an app created, I was like, okay, what do you do now? And so, fortunately, Flowz had the A to Z possibility of creating this app for us. And it was just amazing to know that I can get the logo. I could get, the wireframe done. I could get help writing. I can get help with copyrights. I can get help with trademarking. I could get help with, everything that we needed to get this app from thought to finished. And that has been the best part of Flowz for me, is that I can call at any time. I have a personal assistant on Flowz. I have a personal manager. I have a tech manager. I have all of these people that handle different parts of creating this app for me. And whether you're creating an app, whether you're doing a website, whether you're doing a clothing line, which, very different, entities. I think Flowz has the possibility, and Flowz will get it done for you. Flowz will create your logo. Flowz will, get your app done start to finish. It has been a wonderful, wonderful asset for my partner and I. And I would recommend this to any mom. I would recommend it to any dad. I would recommend it to a company. I would recommend it to men, women, children, whoever wants to create or get a thought to fruition. I would recommend this app. It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I totally agree. I think that I would recommend Flowz to any entrepreneur. I've listened to a lot of founders just speak over the years, and everyone says that everyone's been in the shower and come up with an idea, but it's like, what are you going to do with that idea? And sometimes it seems like just a really, really hard pill to swallow, how many steps it takes to go to market with any sort of idea. And so I think what Flowz does is give us the opportunity to say, okay, I have one monthly fee. I know what that monthly fee is going to be every month. And every month I can get a number of services done to bring my project to fruition. Statistically, a lot of women come up with ideas every year, but they're not able to get the idea to market because they don't have the cash on hand and they don't have the team. And moreover, I think, this is very empowering for entrepreneurs, but as well as someone who might have an established business already. I could see just saying, hey, I want to be able to streamline some of my projects. I want to be able to have everything I need in one place, from video conferencing to accounting to sales to everything it needs for the business to move forward. After, you might have it off the ground. Now you need it to function. You need it to run smoothly. So I would definitely recommend Flowz to any entrepreneur just starting out, but also any business person or founder or creator or a CEO or any of those terms that you kind of step into once you have your business off the ground, I'd recommend it to them as well. So I think it's a really easy way to run your business after it's already started.
And guess what? If you want to run two businesses at once, we're working on the app, but I'm also working on a t-shirt line for babies. And so I hang up the phone with the app developers and I jump back on with my graphic designer at another hour in the day, and I get back to work with that. And I'm having emails come through about different things, but it's all a continuance of work from one platform, and I could not be more happier with it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.